We acknowledge that we are streaming to you today from the traditional lands of the Kaurna people. We respect their spiritual relationship with their country.
We also acknowledge the Kaurna people as the traditional custodians of the Adelaide region, and we respect that their cultural and heritage beliefs are still as important to the living Kaurna people today.
We extend that respect to all First Nations people watching and sharing with us today. Hi, I'm Sam.
Hi, I'm Ashton.
And we are moderators from MOD. MOD stands for Museum of Discovery. We are a future-focused museum that explores art, science, and innovation.
And right now you are watching MOD TV, which is our latest venture. We are streaming live content directly to you 4 days a week. Here at MOD TV, we'll be engaging with the themes of connection, well-being, and disruption, looking deeper into our exhibits, hosting games, and much more.
Our current online exhibition at MOD is Life Interrupted, where we are exploring well-being and connection in a disrupted world. Today we want to focus on connection, and to help us do that, we're pleased to welcome our guests, Elane Bartemucci, Papadopoulos and Nina Phillips. Hi, folks. Now, as they join the conversation, don't forget, if you've got any questions or comments for them, just put them in the Twitch stream chat and we'll try and get them to air today.
Hey, thank you so much for coming on to MOD TV, our Friday show where we talk about connection. So the reason we've asked the three of you in today is because you've been working on the MOD.Cast project. And we would really love to know more about your experience as UniSA journalism students and what this project is and what you've been doing for it. So maybe we can start by you telling us a bit about yourselves and what you've been doing. Maybe we'll start with you, Nina.
Hi there. So I'm Nina. I'm a fourth year journalism and English literature student. And yeah, I'm working with MOD.Cast. So MOD.Cast is this podcast series that we're doing with MOD, all about the current exhibition at the moment, so Life Interrupted. And the 2 episodes that I'll be producing are on culture and creativity, and also one on local and global kind of effects.
Awesome. Thank you. And how about you, Elane?
Hi, I'm Elane. I'm a 5th year uni student. I'm doing a double degree, Bachelor of Laws, and also journalism and professional writing. So I'm working with MOD as well, and my podcast, it's a 2 podcast as well. It's resilience in the community and resilience at a personal level. So at the personal level, we're looking at mental health and the way that we are all working together, and a community level just to see how we're all working together.
Awesome. Thank you. And Dim, how about you?
Hi, I'm Dim. So I'm in my final year studying a double degree, same as Elane, in law and journalism and professional writing. And just like the girls, I'm doing 2 podcast episodes for the series as well. And I'm focusing on, one episode is the future of work and study and how that's sort of changing due to life's interruptions right now. And my second episode is risk perception, response to risk, and how we perceive and respond to fake news.
Awesome. They're really good topics.
Yeah, sounds really interesting. And I guess some of you might have dabbled in podcasts before, or it might be your first time making a podcast. What's been the most interesting part of this? Maybe for you, Elane?
So I would say probably the most interesting part of it altogether is learning how to adapt in like such climate. I've never had to do this before, never had to work remotely. So I think it's really interesting having to work so autonomously with MOD and being able to create my own work. It's pretty cool.
And are you having interviews with people as well, but remotely?
Yeah. So we have to do all our interviews via Zoom. Actually, it's a little bit difficult, but it's a learning curve.
And Dim, how's it been for you? What's been the most interesting part?
I think the most interesting part is sort of like finding Zoom and using it. Before this whole experience, I never even heard of Zoom. I was just like Skype and Facebook Messenger. That's how I did all my video chats. So I think the most interesting part is, like Elane said, trying to do this all from home. You know, I've been so used to going into uni and working face-to-face with people. So this whole experience that's just been so remote and basically from my house, I haven't even met the people that I'm working with. So it's just so weird. But yeah, it's just something that we have to adapt to. So it's been good. It's been good.
For sure. And what's been interesting for you, Nina?
Probably the same with all the Zoom chats we've been doing. I mean, there's a lot of connectivity that the internet offers us, and I think that's been really fun. Like, I interviewed this guy who's an opera singer, but in Amsterdam. So I called him at 5 p.m. here, but it was his like 9:30 in the morning. So like scheduling those sort of interviews has been really fun, especially with the topic on culture and creativity as well, like all the creative products that are coming out at the moment because of this kind of online connectivity that we have today. So that's been interesting.
Yeah,
I guess that's interesting. It's kind of opened you up to not only interviewing people locally, but like you're online, you might as well talk to anyone in the world.
I feel like there are so many great perks like that. Like maybe you wouldn't have even thought to interview someone in Amsterdam before. And even other things that like I'm loving working on Zoom is I've got my Ugg boots on right now. I'm wearing tracksuit pants, but I'm business from the top half up. So yeah, there's lots of room for that. Which brings me to the next question. What are you enjoying about this new way of working? I might start with you, Dim.
I think, same thing as you. Just the comfort of being in your own home makes everything like so much more relaxed. But then the sort of flip side to that is because I'm at home, I'm like, oh God, I need to do homework. I need to do work. I'm just sort of like trying to find that, that work-life balance. But being in the comforts of your own home just makes it so much better, so much more enjoyable.
That is such a good point about the work-life balance. I found that too because I have all day to do what I want. It's either I go really hard with lots of work or spend the whole day playing Animal Crossing. It's quite hard to find that in between. How about you, Nina? What are you enjoying about this new way of working?
Well, it's giving me a chance to explore kind of where I live a little bit more. I live down by the beach near Brighton. So like Mum and I, she's a school teacher. So during the school holidays, she had like a big break. And so we'd take these walks every day, which is quite nice. Now that the restrictions are easing up a little bit as well, like more of the cafes have seating and things. So you can go have a little coffee and sit down, which is nice.
That's such a good point. I feel like that's been a lovely thing to come out of this, that we're, because we can't stray very far, we're appreciating our local areas a lot more. And how about you, Elane? What are you enjoying the most?
Honestly, I flourish in ISO. I knew I would. I know I have. I like to be in my own little element and being able to work. And I love the fact that probably the most enjoyable experience part of it, and as a journalism student, we have to interview so many people constantly. I like that I can be in my home and I can interview people in my own comfort. And if there's a little muck up, it's fine. It was the connection. It was. So I'm really enjoying that element of it, definitely.
That's a good tip. I'm going to use that next time.
Really should. It works really well.
Yeah, for sure. But what's also, I guess, there's challenging elements as well. What's been challenging, Nina?
I probably haven't been thriving as much as Elane. I don't think. I'm not very good at being by myself. I need going to class and things for uni is like one of the main things that motivates me to get my study done. So I've just kind of been trying to keep myself in check by being like to my friends, like, can you please make sure that I wake up tomorrow? Like just call me in the morning if I haven't messaged you already, because I'll just sleep forever otherwise.
And Dim, have you noticed any challenges?
Nina sort of took the words right out of my mouth. Like motivation, it's like gone out the window. I don't even know what it is. I don't know where it's gone, but I need it to come back. So yeah, I'm just like struggling big time with being motivated to do my work.
And Elane, still no challenges? Surely there's something. Make us all feel a bit better about ourselves.
I have to find like the negative in every situation. So there are many challenges. My biggest challenge, I reckon, is that I have two younger brothers who are, one's 13 and the other one's 15, and they are the loudest human beings on this earth. Their rooms are right next to me, and all they do is play Animal Crossing and scream, and they are so loud. They're so loud, and they don't understand that I'm in a meeting. Can you please be quiet? So that's probably the biggest challenge, is the fact that I have my family all around me who are so disruptive when I need silence.
I feel like there's so much relatable content in this chat already.
Definitely.
So you're all journalism students, and we've got a lot of people who pop into Mod who are thinking about studying, trying to decide what to do next. We'd love to know what you would say to people who might be interested in a degree in journalism, what it involves and what it leads to. Elane, maybe we can start with you this time.
Yeah. So I think do it. I didn't go into journalism straight away. I had almost finished my degree in law, and I thought, I don't know if this is what I want to do. I've always wanted to be a lawyer, but I'm like, you know what? I want to give something else a go. I love writing. I think it's really interesting the fact that you can inform so many people so quickly, and with the changing climate with social media, never a better time. Even though people say that, like, journalism's dead, it's really not. So give it a go. Honestly, give it a go. And a lot of people struggle, I know, with social anxiety and journalism, and the fact that you have to interview people. Trust me, I've got the worst social anxiety. As you just heard, I'm thriving in isolation. So that hasn't stunted me at all. If anything, it's really helped me improve my social anxiety. And it's so interesting to speak to so many different people that you never have to speak to them. Like Nina, wouldn't she ever have to speak to somebody from Amsterdam at their 9:30 in the morning? So I think give it a go. What's the harm? I know hex, but really, what's the harm?
That is really, really good advice. And how about you, Dim?
I think studying journalism has sort of changed my perspective on a lot of things. So same as Elane, I came from almost finishing my law degree, and that's very, dense compared to journalism. So I think it sort of just makes you branch out a little bit more and step out of your comfort zone a bit. I think that's what journalism has really taught me. So if someone's sort of looking for that bit of a push, they want, a little bit of a confidence boost as well, I think journalism is the perfect degree for that. It really changes your outlook on things, and it makes you think in a different way. So it's really good.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. And Nina, so you haven't done law?
No. So with the double degree with creative writing, at the beginning I thought it would be a lot like the creative side would kind of help to inform the journalism with like feature writing and things like that. But unfortunately, you don't really get to do that until the final year, which now I'm in now. So I do get to do that sort of stuff, which is fun. But it sort of offers you like two very different sides of writing. Like I've always liked to write creatively and push myself in that way. But journalism has its own challenges, and as we said, like interviewing and just that kind of structured writing. But that also, it's really good to learn because it feeds into a lot of just like talking to people in general, like becoming more like aware of how if the more informed your writing is, like the more professional and things you sound and come across to others in your way of speaking even as well. So I think that's been really good with the journalism degree. And it's also a lot of fun as well, like so many creative assignments in both sides of my degrees that I wouldn't get to do otherwise. Yeah, it was good.
Brilliant. Oh, this is making me want to do journalism.
I know. Where can I sign up? I'm looking. UniSA journalism. Yeah, look at it now. And I guess partly because of this MOD.Cast project, but also because of the conditions where we're living in at the moment, we've taken on new ways of working. Do you think you can see, any of you can see holding on to some of these ways of working? Maybe Dim?
I'm more of a person to want social interactions. I like going face to face. I like going to class. But I think we've been stuck sort of in isolation for so long now. I think it's sort of forced people and it's forced me to adapt. Whereas now I'm getting used to working from home. So if, in the near future, if something was to come up and I had the option to work remotely and work from home, I mean, I sort of wouldn't be that opposed to it. I guess it depends on the circumstances, but yeah, I think it's just something that we've had to adapt to, and I think we've all adapted fine to it.
Definitely. And Nina?
I think it's taught us a lot in terms of accessibility. Like a lot of people have to work from home because they're confined there or whatever the reasons may be. And so it's given us a lot of empathy for people in those situations, and maybe creating within like workspaces and things, making sure that there is the capacity to be able to do that. Because I think like it's shown us that we can do that. So yeah.
I absolutely agree. I feel like in the past, maybe some people have been excluded from workplaces or conversations because they've been told it's too hard. And this has proven that we can adapt really quickly and people can work from home really easily. So hopefully it opens up more spaces and things become more accessible.
And Elane, you say that you're thriving in ISO. So is there any of the work practices that you've been using over the last couple of months that you'll try and take forward?
Oh, definitely. I'm going to take the whole thing with me. Hope that I can do it forever. Yeah, I think so. I'll really take it on. I agree with what Nina said. It's so important. I think now people are grasping onto like new workplaces, and even like schooling now. Like if kids are sick or something, they've all got it online now. Nobody can really get that far behind anymore because it's always going to be accessible. So I think that while it's a unfortunate situation that we're currently going through, I think it's kind of the push we might have needed to push things more remotely and take better care of our mental health.
For sure. And what's next for you all? Dim.
Well, I'm due to finish uni next month, actually, so that will be the end of my degree.
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
Woo, party.
Yeah, well, party and ISO, really. I mean, I don't know. I sort of had, I think everyone had the same idea. Everyone had, great plans for 2020, the roaring 20s, and then coronavirus sort of just turned that into shit. So I guess, in 6 months, I sort of want to give myself a bit of a break and maybe start to look for some full-time work in either industry, either media, journalism, or law. But as far as what the future holds, I don't know. I'm just sort of taking day by day as it comes, really.
Yeah, for sure. And Nina?
So I won't be finishing uni next month, unfortunately. I've still got another 6 months, so to the end of this year. Next semester, will it be online? Will we get to go to campus? I don't know. Hopefully it will be on campus. I'm doing a sub-major in film, so I really like we get to make like little short films and stuff. So that's a really fun side of my degree that I've missed while in isolation. So that would be fun. Otherwise, I also work for Verse magazine as well. So UniSA's magazine, doing the online stuff for that. So I'll be continuing to do that the next few months. Not sure what 2021 will hold for me, but we'll see.
And what's next for you, Elane?
So same as Dim, I'll be done in a month. Thank goodness. I know I've been waiting, and I will be celebrating in my house in ISO the way it should be. The way I would have done it anyway.
With your two stinky brothers, they'll be your party.
Oh, definitely. And my twin sister and my older sister will be like all in. My sister had to already do that. She graduated part of her degree, and obviously they couldn't graduate on a stage. So she walked across the house with a cape on her shoulders and her little certificate like that with the graduating music, and she just strutted her stuff. Hopefully I can graduate properly with Dim and I can actually go graduate properly. But what's next for me? Hopefully 6 months of nothing. That's my plan. 2020, 6 months of nothing. I'll be doing my part-time work. That's it. And then hopefully 2021, I get out there and I just get as much experience and intern as much as possible.
That's great.
It does sound great. And I'm a little bit jealous that even though you've got stinky brothers, that you're in like a big household. I mean, it seems very different to isolate in a house of, sounds like 5, 6 people versus maybe 1 or 2.
Oh no, definitely. It's very different. Everybody's saying how quiet it is in their house. But like for us, we're all together now and we're all able to really discover things about ourselves that we didn't know beforehand. A few more fights than usual, but all together, it's bonding. We're bonding.
We've just had a question come through on the chat about graduation. Someone's written, no Minecraft graduation?
Maybe.
There's a possibility.
Who knows what's going to happen in September for us?
I saw somewhere, I can't remember where it was, but I saw footage on the news of a graduation where they had robots holding an iPad and the people's face popped up on the iPads.
I'd like that. Graduation in ISO. That's what I would like. I'd like that.
I just want to wear a cap and a gown. That's what
Send it to us.
We'll see what we can do. Now, if people are interested in knowing more about the MOD.Cast, I know I really want to listen to it. Where would you recommend they go for more information, and when will that start being streamed, I guess?
So you can go into you can go into like the MOD website now, and we actually have the exhibit of Life Interrupted now. We have like a compliment booth, and we have such wow, and we do have a Minecraft little garden as well for people to go to. Maybe we can graduate in there, Jim. But we do have that there, and then we will also have our podcasts towards the end of June, right at the end, probably start of July as well, which you can find as well through the MOD website.
Brilliant. And are you launching them all at once, or will they come out staggered? What's the plan? Maybe you, Nina.
Yeah, I believe they are coming out staggered, I think we're doing one a week or something like that.
Brilliant. I can't wait to hear them all. Those topics sounded great.
Yeah, I'm glad they're coming out staggered because, it feels like the kind of thing I want to get an episode of and then really think about over the week, and then the next one drops. It's going to be really exciting.
And I'm such a podcast listener, but because I've been in isolation for a while now, I've kind of run out of my normal podcasts, and I need a bit of a break from true crime. So this could be a nice break.
No, definitely. I'm really looking forward to everyone hearing it and hearing all the interviews that we've had. We've got lots of nice, really good sources and lots of really informed sources on all the podcasts. I know personally I'm really excited to just put them out there, have people, and hear feedback as well.
Yeah, we've worked really hard on these podcasts, and they've taken so long, and it's good as well because each episode is different. So it's sort of tuning in on the same sort of topic, but every podcast is going to have different content, you're going to hear different interviews and stuff. So it's going to be really interesting to see, what everyone's sort of perspective is on this time right now. It's good.
Absolutely. I'm curious, have any of you done podcasting before, or is this your first podcast?
Sorry.
I keep forgetting to cross to someone. This is the most people I've hung out with in ages. I'm so sorry. Dim.
So in our journalism degree, we've had to do a subject called radio journalism and podcasts. So in that subject, we actually had to, similar sort of thing that we're doing for MOD.Cast, we had to create a series with 2 episodes. And it's funny because Elane and I actually teamed up on that, and our podcast episode was about us, our backgrounds. We're both Greek. So we sort of interviewed our parents and our siblings and stuff, and that was the most hilarious thing I have ever done, trying to interview my mum and my dad. Oh my God, something that was supposed to go for half an hour went for 3 hours. But it was so much fun. It's such a different experience. It's so different to, having to write and writing stories. So, you're writing a script, it's for broadcast. It's just so different, but it's a really, really fun experience. It was so good.
That's great.
It's excellent. And thank you so much for joining us today. In between your international Zoom calls and dealing with your stinky brothers and everything else you're dealing with at the moment. Thanks for making the time. Please thank Elane, Dim, and Nina.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Ya.
Thank you.
That's exciting, Ashton. I'm looking forward to listening. There are some other MOD.Casts up there at the moment, some episodes, not the ones that we spoke about today. But yeah, I've been listening through those, so I'm ready to get some new ones. So yeah, I can't wait till that drops.
Yeah, me too. That was really cool because I've been spending far too much time on true crime podcasts and news podcasts, which when you're in isolation, neither of those things are particularly good.
Yeah, it'd be nice. And it's interesting hearing about journalism. It kind of the course and how if you're interested in things, you can really kind of delve deep and find out more, and even things that you might not be interested in. Once you start digging a little bit, the interest is sparked, and you get to kind of get all that information and get it out to people. Yeah.
Absolutely. And it sounds like that course has lots of opportunities for different double degrees, but also the fact that it covers things like podcasts now. That's awesome. Like, that opens up so many opportunities for getting your work out there and telling different stories in the future as well. Could I fit in another degree?
Yes.
A future life as a journalist, perhaps.
Yes.
So our next segment, it's pretty exciting. On Friday, we've been showcasing one of the exhibitions that's part of Life Interrupted, which you would have heard us talking about a bit in that last segment. So we'll be streaming our moderators playing Journey, which is one of the games they picked for the exhibit, Games in Time of Corona.
That's right. And have you've been playing some of the games in Games of Time of Corona,
I have.
Ashton?
Well, I tend to obsess, and I'm a bit like Elane Stinky Brothers. I've been playing way too much Animal Crossing. That's pretty much been my whole isolation life. I haven't even dabbled in any other games. I've gone tunnel vision, locked on, straight in. But I did read a bit about Journey on our website, and it looks cool. It looks really cool. I also liked the look of, there was one I did a couple of weeks ago, Don't Starve. I just loved that animation. That looked awesome. And I have dabbled in Stardew Valley was my love prior to Animal Crossing.
That's right. I think you referred to that as borderline addiction.
I don't feel like I've ever mentioned Stardew Valley, Sam, not once.
And I've been checking out our Minecraft realm at MOD.Cast, and that's been my first time in Minecraft, so that's been fun. And just checking back in with it and seeing what people are building in there is amazing. And I think later this afternoon we're going to cross to something special there.
Yeah.
But that's right. We are about to jump on and check out Journey. It's part of Games in the Time of Corona, and we've got some of our moderators playing live right now. So we're going to cross to that. You don't need to change anything, but if you can't see the next segment appear, then just try refreshing your browser, and we'll be back after that. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's been great chatting with our guests, Elane Bartemucci, Papadopoulos and Nina Phillips, and the gang at Journey, checking out Journey game. If you'd like even more games, you can head over to ModCraft right now for a special event. This week we are celebrating Mod's 2nd birthday, so happy birthday to us.
Woohoo! 2 years old. We're toddlers. So tonight we're having a birthday party in our Minecraft realm, and you are invited. So there are 2 ways you can get involved. You can either log into the realm and play along with our moderators, or you can stay right here and we'll be throwing to a live stream of the Minecraft party right after this.
And later at 6 o'clock, we encourage you to jump over to the Singapore Science Centre Observatory Facebook page, where their director, T.M. Lim, will be live as part of their Astronomy 102 live series. Big thanks to, we had Samuel, Lee, Kat, Claudia and Deanna working behind the scenes today.
And we'll be back with more Mod TV from Tuesday at 4 p.m. But right now we're going to go to our birthday party. So bye.
Happy Friday.